This week on the Wake and Bake podcast.
It got in my head and I was like,
Mm.
are they actually bullshit? And then I was like, no, even if they are, I want to keep my placebo.
The thing that most people are most concerned about with using cannabis topicals is, will it get me high? Students would say to me like, yo, Andrea, I got high. I put a topical on and I got high.
You're not going to, turn into a barefoot hippie because you're using this thing, right?
This is why I'm evangelical about it, because something so simple as a nug of weed infused into a little bit of olive oil made a massive difference in my own kid's life.
Like there's something about topicals making, especially, I don't know what it is. It turns you into that kitchen witch, like you're adding all these little potions and stuff and you get really all about it.
Throw some weed on it and see what happens.
Just throw some weed on it.
If you've been listening to the podcast for a while now, you know that co-host Corinne Tobias and I are often really skeptical about things in the cannabis industry. And so she was worried when we started this podcast that I was going to tell her that cannabis topicals are bullshit. You'll find out that, in fact, I am a huge fan of topicals. And in this podcast, we're going to dive into what are cannabis topicals? How do they work? How do you make them work for you? Will they make you feel high? We're going to get deep into topicals today. I'm Andrea Maharg, certified cannabis coach and educator, and this is the Wake and Bake podcast, where we talk about the science and the stories of cannabis.
I am so excited for this one.
I know you've been wanting to talk about this for a while.
I've been wanting for you to teach me about this for a while. This is one of those things where I'm like, I know they work inside of myself. Like I know because I've experienced topicals working, because I've been using topicals forever. I know that they work. And someone messaged me at the very beginning of writing Wake and Bake. And I think I'd posted some kind of salve recipe. And they were like, this is bullshit. This is actually not. This is total placebo. And even though I was like, I know these work, I've used them all the time for a variety of issues, it got in my head. And I was like, are they actually bullshit? And then I was like, no, even if they are, I want to keep my placebo. Like, if that's what it is. And now I get to actually ask you this question, and I'm open-minded. If you need to burst my bubble about whether or not topicals actually work, burst it. Let's do this.
Not going to burst your bubble. Topicals actually work. I wonder if that person at that time when they reached out, like if there wasn't such a body of like evidence for it then. So they were like, well, I didn't find it on PubMed, so of course it can't be true. We've been using topicals for freaking ever with cannabis, and that is because they work. And I am like evangelical about topicals as well, because I've seen such a massive difference in my own kid. So yes, topicals work. No bubble bursting. Let's dive in.
Let's dive in. All right. Okay, they work. I'm so excited. What did they work for? What can I use them for?
Okay, so skin conditions mostly, or conditions that are close to this, to the surface of the skin. So in my house, what's been miraculous for us is eczema. So skin conditions like eczema, psoriasis, dryness, itchiness, all of those things cannabis topicals can work for. Acne as well. This is something that I'm really interested. The research on CBD specifically for acne is very exciting. But then also things like pain, inflammation, muscle soreness, relaxation. It only works for about an inch or two deep. So if you have like deep knee pain, or if you've got something going on like deep in your pelvis, a topical isn't going to touch it. But basically, if it's hurt or irritated or sore or bruised or itchy on your skin, throw some weed on it and see what happens.
Just throw some weed on it.
Literally throw some weed on it. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so excited about this, is that the difference in my own son, who when he was young had bloody lips, bloody fingers, bloody elbows, just everywhere because his eczema was so bad. And we put everything on him. You know, we went to the doctor for years trying to find the cream that would work. We put him on a super restrictive diet. There was no egg, no dairy, no gluten, no everything for years. And his eczema, slowly as he got older, did get better. But when I first took some cannabis, some THC rich cannabis, and infused it into olive oil, and for whatever reason, I just decided to try that on his eczema when I was baking with it at one point, and it was within a day significantly better. Put it on again, and within 2 or 3 days, my kid's eczema, which at that point was like low level, painful, all the time annoying for him, gone. So yeah, this is why I'm evangelical about it, because something so simple as a nug of weed infused into a little bit of olive oil made a massive difference in my own kid's life. I think everybody should have a little tin of olive oil infused with cannabis on their counter.
I love it. So kind of that surface level tension, achiness, that kind of thing, not like deep joint chronic pain kind of stuff, but that surface level stuff, which, you know, people who are experiencing that deep joint pain usually are experiencing that as well. Also, right, wounds, eczema, skin conditions. Is there a time when you wouldn't want to use this? Are there people who are sensitive to putting it on their skin? Like, how would you go about it if I had eczema and I had never used it before?
The thing that most people are most concerned about with using cannabis topicals is, will it get me high? And the only place where I might be a little bit nervous about that particular question hitting is if you had an open wound and then you're putting THC rich cannabis onto it, like it's kind of possible. And also just like open wounds in general, I'm not so sure. Like my kid's eczema, for sure, I would put it on there. But if you had like cut yourself really deeply, I'm not sure I would experiment there. Other than that, like the minute possibility that because you had a scratch and you got THC into it that you might get a little bit high, no, I see no instance where you shouldn't try it.
I'm popping in the middle of this to say that if you are enjoying this, if you love learning about cannabis and how and why it works in the body and how to make it work for you so that you can feel better in your day-to-day life, and if you love talking about this plant with everyone you meet and trying to convince people to, give CBD a whirl when they're feeling rough, you are probably already a cannabis coach and educator. And I would like to invite you to check out our cohort at the Cannabis Institute. We have been teaching people how to help others feel better with the power of cannabis since 2018. We'd love to have you join us. We need so many more people out there in the world who understand how dynamic, how multifaceted, how wonderful and potentially dangerous this plant can be, so that more people have access to it, more people understand it, and more people can feel better with cannabis. Please check out the links below to see what's going on in our class. Can't wait to see you there.
We'll regroup on whether or not they get you high, but I just remembered this as you were telling me this. I had like a cannabis skin scrub kind of thing that I gave to a friend of mine who was visiting, and she had very sensitive skin, and she had like a huge reaction to it. And so from then on, I was like much more conservative about topicals in general. I'm like, test it on a patch of skin first. Like, even if you don't have a cut, even if you're not worried about it getting you high, right? For if you have sensitive skin, I would test.
100%. Like I wouldn't like go dive into a bathtub full of oil for the first time. If you have sensitive skin, you're going to want to pay attention to what you've infused cannabis into. Like maybe it's going to be sweet almond oil for you, or coconut oil, or something else. But yeah, test it first. You'll know right away, within 2 hours, whether you're going to have some sort of reaction to it. That's not something that comes up often for me that I hear about, but yeah, for sure.
You hear about like, is it going to get me high? Which I want to talk a little bit more about, because there are two different conversations here. There's like, do topicals get me high? And then there's also the transdermal like conversation where like, can I put something on my skin, like a patch that will get me high? And so I want to tackle the first one. So you said, unless you have an open wound or something, it won't get you high. Is that the end of that story?
It used to be the end of that story. And many of the books that I read will say, no, cannabis topicals cannot get you high. But when I started teaching at the Cannabis Coaching Institute, students would say to me like, yo, Andrea, I got high. I put a topical on and I got high. And so doing like some nerd research, it seems to me like that is often happening when the cannabis that you're putting into whatever you're putting on your skin was extracted with alcohol. And something happens there when it's like an alcohol-based THC topical, that it may penetrate the skin better, get into your bloodstream, and have the ability to make you high. But in general, unless you're using a skin penetration enhancer, something like DMSO, which helps the THC get right in, or transdermals, which are not the same as topicals. Transdermals, the definition is that they have some sort of skin penetration enhancer. And the point of a transdermal patch is to get the medicine into your bloodstream. It's not just to like affect the shoulder where you put it on. So in general, don't worry about it. But there are instances where it can happen. So be careful about like what you're putting on your skin.
All right. So it probably won't get you high to use just like a regular salve with THC in it, right? But could it trigger a drug test in some way? If you use THC?
I would say no. Like, just even right now, when you held up your salve and you're like, it's probably not going to get you high. I'm like, it's 99% not going to get you high. Like the vast majority of topicals are not going to get you high. And because of that, the vast majority of topicals could never trigger a drug test. I can't see a mechanism of action for that.
I took the same stance that you're taking right now on a blog post, again, forever ago. And someone was like, how dare you take that stance if you have an open wound, or if you used it in certain parts of your body, like say I put on a THC chapstick or something like that, it could. And I was like, I don't have the science to know how little THC it would take to trigger a drug test in your bloodstream. Like the odds of me, like what if I put some of your cannabis infused olive oil on a cut and it gets into my bloodstream somehow, like we were talking about before, how much of that would it take? Like the odds to me feel so low on all of those things that I want to be like, no way. In the real world, the likelihood of that happening is so incredibly low, but could it happen?
Can we just talk
Maybe.
about how obscene this question is, that we're talking about whether a THC topical could trigger a drug test? And once again, we're here because of prohibition, and prohibition was bullshit in the first place. And yet people need their jobs and need to pass these ridiculous drug tests that should be testing for intoxication, but are instead testing for if you put a topical on a wound 2 weeks ago. It makes me livid. So yeah, let's not be 100% that it cannot trigger a drug test. And if you're in a place where, like a drug test would be the end for you, don't use THC in any capacity.
That sucks. Ugh. That sucks, because we should be testing for contaminants in this shit. We should be testing to make sure these products are safe for people. And instead we're testing to make sure that everyone's being good.
You bring up testing for contaminants. One of the studies that I just read showed that 70% of the CBD topicals that were tested in this study had mismatched what they said on the label and what was actually in the bottle, like a lot of them. And in one case, it said in the salve, there was 500 milligrams of CBD, and how much was in there? Actually, 1.25 milligrams.
So if you buy something and you spend like 40 or 50 bucks on it, and it says 500 milligrams and it actually only has 1 milligram, like that's a huge waste of money. You and I are both big proponents of not wasting money on cannabis products that you don't know what's inside of them. So can you make your own? Can you just make your own topicals by yourself?
Yes, you can do the thing I just said, infuse some cannabis into olive oil. You're done. You got your topical. That's all you need. It's super easy to take any cannabis infused oil, coconut oil, olive oil, cocoa butter, and then combine it with other topical ingredients to make your own custom blend. It's a great place to add in essential oils, which are terpenes. Things like limonene, for example, may help CBD and THC to get through your skin even better. You have topical recipes on the Wake and Bake website that students even just this last week, we're saying that they're using these recipes in their own formulations and how effective it is for their family members and their friends. So yeah, they're super simple to make, or you can purchase them from a reputable company that you know and trust.
But there's something that if you're feeling called to make something yourself, whether that's to save money or control ingredients or because you've got, cannabis that you want to use, it changes your relationship with this plant. Like there's something about topicals making, especially, I don't know what it is. It turns you into that kitchen witch, you're adding all these little potions and stuff and you get really all about it. And it's the easiest thing for you to share with people who maybe have never used cannabis before. So if your mom or your grandma or whoever in your life is resistant to trying THC or CBD, and they have stuff that you're like, I know that cannabis is good for this. Like what you're complaining to me about right now, your achy this and like your anxiety or whatever it is, I know. And it's the easiest gateway drug is like handing someone a salve tin or a balm tin, whatever you want to call it. And just being like, hey, just try this on, rub it on, yeah, it's got CBD, it's got this stuff in it, but it won't get you high. 99.9% sure it won't get you high. 99.9% sure it won't trigger your drug test. But here you go, grandma. And like what I've seen happen in almost every community where someone learns how to make a topical like that and learns how to make a salve is that it really starts to open up the conversation. It starts to open up people's acceptance of it. It's one of those really easy ways to show people like, hey, cannabis can be really useful for this. And it's not going to change your whole being. You're not going to, turn into a barefoot hippie because you're using this thing, right? Is a THC topical better or is a CBD topical better if you could do either or both together?
If I could do either or both, I would always do both. When you are talking about cannabis in general, like the more cannabinoids, terpenes, plant compounds that you can get in there, the better. That is because we know that when THC and CBD are combined, they have a synergistic effect, which means they work better than like 1 + 1 = 2. It's 1 + 1 = 3. That's because they're working on different pathways, different receptors in your body. So even on your skin, when you put THC and CBD on your skin, they can both help to reduce pain and inflammation, but via different pathways. So always try both if you can, or add some CBG in there, like really play around with your cannabinoids. We know for sure that CBD is showing to be really promising for acne. So if you're looking to treat acne specifically, stick with CBD for a while and see how that does. The other one that we know for sure is THC for itchiness. If you have a bug bite or a bee sting or topical allergies, holy crap, it is amazing how quickly you can rub that on and then be itch free. Try them both together and then try them separately as well. This is the glory about cannabis as a plant medicine, is that you get to make the products or try the products or use the products that work actually well for you. If you love learning about the nerdy side of how cannabis topicals are actually working, check out the link below where we dive deeper into some of the science stuff.
Okay, so we crammed a lot into this short conversation about topicals. It is a very big discussion and we want to hear from you. What are your questions about topicals? What have you experienced with topicals? Have you ever failed a drug test because of topicals or ever gotten high because of topicals? Let us know. You can always email us at support@wakeandbake.co or wherever you're listening to this, there's usually a comment section. So let us know how topicals have landed for you.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Wake and Bake podcast. As you heard, we really want to hear what you think about topicals and cannabis in general. So please make sure you reach out. And thank you so much to all the people who have been rating and reviewing us on your favorite podcast app. It really does help to get our name out there so that other people can learn about the wonderful world of weed. Thanks again.
And this is your final reminder today that at the Cannabis Institute, we are now enrolling for our class of certified cannabis coaches and educators. If you want to feel highly confident when you talk about this plant, if you want to know that what you're telling other people is based in fact and science, if you want to get out there and help other people understand this plant and feel better by using this plant, you should join us. This is exactly what we do at the Cannabis Institute, is help people just like you take this knowledge and passion and turn it into a career. Check the links below to sign up and also to grab your early bird coupon discount. We'll see you on the inside.